Yo, it's the Road Show podcast.
Yo, man, we back live. Rosie!
Oh, started up already, man.
Everybody come on, pass it.
Yes, sir.
Let's get to it, man.
What's up with y'all? Man, I'm Wayne. I'm from DC, 22 right now. I work in tech, and I'm just here vibing, chilling with the guys.
Wow, let's get to it.
Y'all finished.
Yeah, we don't play no games, man.
No days, sir. No
Woo!
days, sir.
Yeah,
Straight to it.
so tell us, give us a background about yourself, man. So we know that you're in the tech industry, but they don't. So let's kind of give us a background about yourself, your journey, and yeah, go ahead. Anything you want to share about that?
Yeah, so always been interested in tech, but I always really been a businessman, you know. Everything from selling sneakers, camping out, reselling sneakers, to when I was in high school, I hope my mom don't hear this, but I used to pay the hood dues to find me some graphing calculators.
Hey, that's the biggest finesse, right?
Yeah.
And then you could grab on that bitch too.
Yeah, the TI-84 jumps.
Yeah, big money.
I gave them like $10, $20. I don't know where they got them from.
Yeah.
They gave them to me. They had the little permanent marker, wiped it off, put them on some eBay, sold them $80, $90 same day, and
Easy for
yeah, easy flip. So
Now, how old was you doing that?
that's high school, like 9th, 10th grade. So,
Damn, 14, 15.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
that nigga coming in like, oh, I'm about to finesse.
yeah, I was just trying to get to it, and from there, you know, I always just naturally been a hustler the legal way. So, you know, I went off to college, started off at St. John's University. I studied computer science, but I realized I'm not really like a coder. I'm not too good at that. I don't really like doing it, and I realized I need to be on the business side. So I was in college, you know, I was having fun, making a lot of friends, but you know, I was still focused on, you know, getting to the money, and I just wasn't really learning a lot. I saw people doing crazy stuff like banging their heads on tables because of tests. They was
At
studying.
St. John's they do it?
They was wilding, bro. They was wilding.
And I was about to say, I was in like an engineering class, like I was an engineering student at A&T.
Yeah.
And we had, you know what I'm saying, like it's an HBCU, so we ain't got too many white people that be tripping, but we had like
Yeah,
a couple of them, so I can
Yeah.
understand that shit. I had a white dude, I lied to you not, bro, we working on the project. He's like, I'm just gonna go to sleep, nigga, just get in the middle of the floor, real loud, in the middle of class.
Oh, no.
Feet up, everything, like, yeah,
They be
I'm
wildin'.
Yeah, bro. I was like, yeah, these niggas be tripping.
Yeah. So when I see stuff like that, I'm just like, I'm not really too happy. I'm not really making no bread, and then this shit mad expensive. It's like $60K a year.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I got into St. John's, but I said no, sir. I cannot get it. I can't go there.
You look at that damn, you look at the price, go ahead.
And look, right, because I was getting a scholarship because I went to a private school for high school, and still,
Exactly. Scholarship too. It still was like, yeah, I'm not trying to go like $200K in debt. So
Hell no.
if anything, school's still gonna be here regardless. So
Right.
let me, you know, drop out real quick. And yeah, from there I moved to Cali, just trying to get into tech. And you know, that's pretty much it. Moved to Cali. I was down bad for a little bit, but you know.
Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, when I first moved to Cali, I moved into this Airbnb because once I dropped out, they gave me like 2 days. It was like, you got 2 days and you got to get the fuck out of here.
God damn.
And I was like, damn. The hell?
At St. John's?
At St. John's.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Damn, nigga, 2 days.
'Cause I was
2 days.
I know they don't play with their housing shit, because I was already for A&T. Listen, I gotta get motherfuckers the boot, like, yo.
Yeah,
It's not me, it's the people. They telling you gotta get the bed, it's hard.
Bro,
I swear.
it was
Hey,
hard,
listen,
bro.
I swear to God, lie to you not, bro. It was a dude, you know, and I'm sad about his living condition. You know, he's living with his mother in like the little townhouses. His whole family moved in, but what fucked it up, they was smoking and they eating all the people's shit. So they start everywhere. They women start complaining. So I'm at the door. I'm like, look, bro, I'm trying. I kept trying to negotiate, give him time. I'm like, look, bro, I ain't trying to do this. I'm not gonna kick you out. I let my manager. He gotta go do it, but I ain't gonna kick you out. But Mom Deuce gotta go or something like
gotta
that.
get out of here.
So I know how that shit be serious. Like they want you gone instantly.
ASAP.
Especially if they paying them. Fuck no.
Yeah,
So
so
2 days ago, all right, what the hell you
2
do?
days to go. I didn't even tell my peoples at this point because I already know my mom was gonna try to convince me. Like, what are you? Like, you stupid. Like, don't do that. Like, so I didn't tell her until after the fact, and I was just like, shit. I'm gonna just move to Cali. I got a few $100. Well, I think I probably had more than that, but like probably 1,000 or something. But I was like, I'm gonna move to Cali, move to this Airbnb for a little while, and just try to see what this tech industry hitting on. Yeah, and from there, you know, I didn't really know how to move, so I ran out of money and had to go back to my mom's crib, living in the basement.
So you went from Cali back to DC?
Cali back to DC. Yeah.
How was that? Cause I ain't gonna lie, I know for a lot of people, like once you move out, you feel me? Like once you take that leap, the worst thing you want to have to do is have to come back home. Like that's the one motherfucking like I can't go back home.
I can't, cause then it's like that. I told you so moment.
Yeah.
You ain't trying to go. And then plus, you by yourself. You do what the fuck you want. Now, mom, niggas over here in your head.
Yeah. Telling your ass should have stayed in school.
Exactly.
I'm telling your ass should have never left.
But now your ass out here doing chores, taking out the trash and shit. Nah.
Exactly what I was doing.
Rogie! Open man.
Yeah,
Let's get up to it. Hold up.
Yes, sir.
They usually gonna be on that VSOP. You know, my man, I got to put my man on that VSOP.
Oh yeah, I'll be on the Casa. Have you?
Yeah, so he be on his that shit too.
So listen, I had to cool it off the Casa for a while, and I was like, this shit, I was getting immune to it. Let's get to it.
Yes, sir.
Now, I think that's a good, like, and then just hearing your story in general, and then I'm gonna let you continue. But the fact is, everybody think once you move to a certain city, you on off bucks. You know what I'm saying? Like just like how you said,
hell no.
In Cali, you thought out Cali it was just gonna be on and popping. You know, but then realization. So motherfuckers definitely need to hear that journey. So go ahead and continue with that.
Yeah. So I went back to my mom's spot. I live on the south side. I'm from Uptown, but I live on the south side in DC.
Shit, me too. I had to move on the south side. Got too expensive to stay uptown.
Man,
I ain't gonna hold you.
Nah, for real. I mean,
they moved us out. I can't hold you.
Yes, in the south side, I don't know if y'all know, but south side can get crazy. And when I was home, I saw some wild shit, man.
But living on the south side keep you on your toes.
It definitely keep you on your toes.
I'm telling you move anywhere, you good.
Nah, you know how I move once you live on the south side. And yeah, so from there, my stepdad, he was just like, man, you're going to have to get a job. Like, you need to work at McDonald's, Amazon, warehouse, something. I was just like, man, I be seeing what these tech people be doing. I see how much money they making. And, you know, I feel like I can get those skills. He's like, I ain't trying to hear all that. Go get you a job at McDonald's or something. And I'm just like, man, I can't do that.
Yeah. Talk about that, too, though, because I ain't going to lie. I think we all, as young adults, face, like, our parents' backlash as far as what we want to do with our life.
For sure.
You feel me? And it's like, how did you stay focused? Because, like, I ain't going to hold you. I be at odds with my parents all the time about my decisions. Yeah. Because I don't give a shit what y'all got to say, to be honest. Like, I love y'all, but this is my life.
Your life.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I mean, I just had to explain to my parents that we in two different generations.
Right.
And, like my family, they just believe like you got to go to college, you got to get a good job, then you get married, then you have kids. Like just believe
the traditional American way.
I feel like that traditional way, bro. In this generation, that shit is
we not out that shit.
Like I ain't even gonna hold you. I know motherfuckers gonna say some shit. But back then was not getting BBLs. They was not getting BBLs. No girl back then was not getting BBLs.
They was not getting the BBLs. Natural.
They switched the
game
up,
natural physique.
Straight natural.
Now they thick and creepy.
Man, you gotta pay that ticket just to talk, man. Come,
you gotta go to Colombia.
Man, listen,
it's too much. You gotta get in a wheelchair.
Wheelchair, making them up in the flight attendants mad as fuck because you gotta wear that special shit to sit on the plane. Yeah, we know about y'all. We know. we do. But go ahead though, bro.
But yeah, I mean, I just had to let my parents know like this is not the traditional way. You know, I didn't really see no black people doing it, but I saw the white people. You know, they dropped out and they was just getting it straight out of dropping out. And I'm just trying to figure out like how they did it. Not to like mimic them, but like I just feel like I could do the same shit.
Yeah, like you felt like you were capable as well.
Yeah, I feel like I'm capable as well. And so I just try to like get my parents to understand that and just, you know, I just basically showed them the tech salaries pretty much. And they pretty much shut their mouth from there. They was like, I believe you, you know, you got the hustle, determination, whatever. So go for it.
Boom. So how'd you get back? All right. So you in your parents' house. You like they want you to get a job.
Yeah.
You like fuck that. Now what's next?
Yeah. So I was scrolling through Twitter one day and I saw the CEO of one of these tech companies. He basically said, "I'm looking for a hustler, somebody who know how to get shit done." And I was like, "Damn, that sounds like me."
Right.
let me shoot him a quick message. And so we was DMing back and forth, and then he threw up some situation, and then I basically told him how I would tackle the situation. And from there, he was like, "All right, that's what's up. I like that. You in San Francisco?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not in San Francisco right now, but I'm gonna be there this weekend." It was like a Friday, so I was like, "I'm gonna be there tomorrow, pretty much." And from there, just bought a one-way ticket to San Francisco. We were supposed to meet at the coffee shop, and I showed up to the coffee shop with my suitcase and all of that.
For all the people, look, because I ain't gonna lie, what you did was courageous as fuck. Mm-hmm. Some people will call it crazy. Most people will call it crazy.
For sure.
So, like, for anybody who does have something that they want to pursue, like, how did you formulate the mindset to even just say, fuck it, I'm going on the one-way trip?
And before you answer that, I just want to basically highlight the fact that, for one, you use social media to your advantage. And that's what people do. And people don't understand that shit, right? We on Instagram, we on Twitter, but we want to look sweet for the ground. We want to look sweet.
Attract people. What you did,
yeah.
I seen that shit. Okay, let me not be stupid to scroll past it because it ain't no hoes and ain't no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me go DM them. Let me have this conversation, and you made an opportunity for yourself that way by utilizing social media, utilizing your outreach. So that's I wanted to say shout out for you for that because our whole generation, motherfuckers, they clouded with that social media shit. They don't understand.
And I'm just glad you highlighted that because like it seems like we always talking about social media in a negative light. Like that's the positive aspect of it. You feel me? Like it could change motherfuckers' lives.
It can.
Real life. Your whole profession could be changed in a day just by somebody seeing your work.
Your shit. Link
by a DM.
And then the thing is, and highlight the fact that he didn't say LinkedIn, right? That's the main thing. LinkedIn, and then he didn't say none of that shit, right? That's what people real life.
Say no LinkedIn, hell nah.
People always think the LinkedIn route is good. Cause me personally, I thought the LinkedIn route was good. You find a lot of weird people on that bitch. I lie to you not. Like I'm talking about somebody DM me asking for like a mentorship or something. I'm thinking it's good people. It's just some weird ass people out there. So like he used a platform where everybody
want to use it.
Yeah. In real life, and it goes to show, even on your ground, you gotta set a good example for yourself as well.
Absolutely.
Because like if you was on the ground with some strap, like a gun or some shit.
Oh yeah, nah.
He might block your ass. He think
no.
set him up.
And like that's why when people was like kind of like laughing at Lil Baby for saying he don't want tattoos.
I heard about that, and he let them know like he didn't want his image to.
That's the main thing because the problem is with most people, especially people in our position, meaning people of color, we don't understand the dynamic of things. Like you got to know that, all right, like you do have the right to express yourself, but certain things that you hope to acquire require you to be a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So if you want this level of money, or if you want to get to this point where you can step into these rooms and have these conversations, it's a certain way you gotta look. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't think you should conform. Like, if
I was gonna play
look, I don't think you should conform if that's not for you. But don't have backlash with you not receiving the position or the opportunity because of that. Just understand what come with this shit. You can do whatever you want, but everything has a consequence, a good and a bad. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, that's a key thing. Everything do got consequences.
Bro, another one. I felt that was a gem right there. I felt that was a gem
right there. Bartender D right now.
Go ahead, Bartender D.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I'm about to say, pull my man up, man. We got a special guest that's unseen. The man with no name. That's his name. The man with no name.
Gotta pull it up for my man. But no, so let's talk about that, right? Out of social media, you take that trip out of Sacramento with the suitcase at the coffee shop,
With the suitcase.
With the suitcase. So talk about he flick on you? Oh, my bad.
I'm about to say.
I forgot I had it right here. Let's get to it.
No, he didn't flake on me. He pulled up. We did a little walk. He took me straight to their headquarters. And they was just walking around showing me, what everything looked like. And at that time, they didn't really have a job for me.
Mm-hmm.
But at these type of tech companies, they can create jobs if they want to.
Right.
So he was like, you know, I'm gonna give you a little project. You work on that project. We see how it goes. And that was pretty much it. So I worked on the project, but you know, they was looking for someone with a little more experience. So I had to, you know, go back to the drawing table, and from there, you know, I'm in California. Like I said, I didn't really have too much bread. I bought a one-way ticket here, so I'm just bouncing from place to place, using this app called Couchsurfing, where you pretty much can stay with people for free in exchange for something. Now that's something.
Yeah. What you gotta do for that?
Hey, some people you gonna have to bust them.
For real?
Some,
Alright, let's get hold on. So let me ask you this. I ain't gonna ask you what you do because I ain't gonna incriminate you. I ain't gonna incriminate you.
No, I ain't.
I'm gonna ask you the what if though. I'm gonna ask you. Let's say fat ass, like a fat ass sloppy girl. This the only motherfucking couch you can stay right there.
Yeah.
Like ain't nobody else available. Fat ass Jack. She's like, you wanna see what this couch? You gotta come hang with me. You gonna bust that thing down?
I don't know if I'm that down bad yet.
Come on.
I don't think I was that down bad yet. I think I could have still afforded an Airbnb at least for a few nights.
Yeah.
So I wasn't that down bad. But
Respect.
luckily, I found this very cool little 25-year-old who worked at this tech company. She had this nice ass high-rise apartment in San Francisco. Rent probably like $6,000 a month just for a 1-bedroom. Shit crazy.
Hold on, bro. Get to that. Fuck that shit.
Hold on.
That shit not cheap.
$6 for one bedroom?
In San Francisco, that shit is not cheap. That shit not. This is the most
The
expensive.
Bay?
The most expensive state.
I'm gonna pause.
Really?
Yeah.
Not
in San
LA?
Francisco specifically. Oh hell no. Because everybody in San Francisco making bread, like crazy bread.
The Bay?
The Bay.
With Steph Curry?
Yes.
Nah, that's expensive, bro.
That shit
San Francisco?
Yes, that whole west side is.
Well, I ain't gonna hold you. I've never been to California. I'm just off first glance.
Right, I'm telling you right now.
LA is the most expensive thing.
Everything, because you gotta think about it, right? That lifestyle that you get over there, because you got Silicon Valley right there, and then Silicon Valley is like the premier spot for technology, so everybody want to go there. Like if you think about it, go to like, and then Kevin Durant, he even stated like with the Warriors. Like,
I did see that.
It was good to win, but you gotta think every night. Not even to get the fuck. He like every night it's a nigga from Silicon Valley coming to my game.
Yeah.
Why the fuck won't I network? And that's why he got
Exactly.
35 ventures. He got all that shit.
He got his own venture capital.
All that shit, bro.
Man, I got 6 bands. Hey, we doing this for the niggas in San Francisco.
Yeah,
Six
yeah,
bands
it
on
is.
month. It's for y'all.
But it was stay with this lady. She basically said, listen, if you're gonna stay with me, you gotta do this, this, and this with me. Her shit wasn't that wild. She basically said, you gotta do some type of dancing with me. I'm like, okay.
What kind of dance?
Yeah, what is it?
It's weird. It's swing dancing. It's called Lindy Hop. I never heard of it.
Lindy Hop.
Lindy Hop. Surprisingly, we created it back. Yeah, we created it. Back in, I think it was the 60s or 70s.
She do the little jazz hand.
That's what they do. Yeah, that's exactly what she made me do. And she was like, that's one thing. She's like, you gotta come with me out to eat. You gotta try fried ice cream. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
So basically,
she just wanted the best
she
friend.
wanted a friend.
That's respect, bro. I'll do whatever the fuck you want. Let's go. We can go to movies every day.
Yeah, no, facts. But there are definitely some people like, all right, listen, I'm a nudist. Like, I walk around the house butt naked, and you're gonna have to fuck me every time you see me, basically.
She said that?
No, she didn't say that, but then
I
on the couch surfing,
I
there's some people.
ain't gonna lie to you. As a young nigga, I'll be all for that shit.
I'll be all
now I'm older, fool. It be days I'm like, I'm just trying.
I'm not about to just
Nah.
little fucking sex slave. Just come on when you ready. No.
Hey, man, when you be tired of shit coming from work, she just walk out there, motherfucker.
I want some.
Yeah. Like,
Let's
I ain't
go to it.
ready.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
Nah, but that was pretty much it. And at that same time, I was still, trying to figure out how to get a job and everything like that. So, like my man said about the social media, I know I don't have a resume. If I had one, I don't have shit to put on it. So I'm just straight finding CEOs' emails and just straight sending them an email, just straight like, this is who I am, this is what I think I could do for you. You know, let me know if this sounds valuable to your company. And every CEO I reached out to, they got back to me. They said, all right, let's talk. Every single one. It wasn't one that
that's
didn't.
for love. Man.
There wasn't one that didn't. And these people who, you know, sold companies for hundreds of millions of dollars before. So it's just like, that's crazy that they would actually take the time to respond to my email and actually meet up with me.
So no, you want to know what's so great about everything you saying, bro? Everything you doing is against the norm.
Yeah, bro.
As far as like what they tell you success consists
Bro,
of,
it's different.
they
It's
tell
not-
you that you need a top-notch resume.
Yeah.
They tell me that you need, you feel me, you don't even have your degree.
No.
You know what I mean? Like all the shit they say you need, you don't have, and you still are excelling.
That's a fact. And I mean, you know, for some, you know, very corporate jobs, you might need a resume, you might need a nice LinkedIn and all that, but I work at startups, and these basically, you know, companies that, you know, raise a few $1 million, and they just really trying to get off the ground.
And they love go-getters.
Yeah, and they just love hustlers, go-getters. And so those are the type of companies I like because, you know, Uber, Facebook, all these were startups in the beginning. And then they grew to those big companies.
Right.
So, yeah.
So let me ask you this, right? So because I'm also in the engineering field, right? And then I also have people who will leave my company, they also go to startups as well.
Yeah.
And the main thing they think about is like the security blankets with it, because as you know, like
Yeah.
with corporations, they kind of backed up because they built that traditional type of like build and things of that nature. So are you kind of like concerned with the company at times, because it is a startup at any time, if they're not funded correctly, they can be like cut off.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a little risk associated with joining a startup, but you primarily join a startup because one, you own like the bureaucracy of like a big company where you know it's just so many people, your work really don't matter like that.
You just
like,
another person.
Yeah, you're just another person. Yeah, and so at a startup you still get a very high pay, a very good pay, sometimes bigger than the big companies.
Hell yeah. No, I actually attest, like a dude left my company, went to that startup, got paid like I think $20,000 more.
Exactly, yeah. So the pay is there because it's like less bureaucratic, it's more fun. Like some companies got ping pong tables. Y'all take crazy, you know, off-site retreats to different countries because it's so small of a team. Y'all can just do a lot, and then you just learn way faster. Like if you're just trying to get any skill, like if you want to learn how to code, if you want to learn how to design something, if you want to learn how to sell something, like you could step into any field, and they'll just teach you. Just learn as you go, pretty much. It's a risk, but if they got the right funding, you think it's the right team, you know, that's pretty much really all you need, and you gotta have a good product.
And I was gonna say, I think you hit on a good thing, because like I can just speak on an aspect, you know what I'm saying, a big company or whatnot, how you said that they'll teach you.
Damn, you little ugly ass sweat.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm out of shit with this son.
You just sweat like
Listen, I'm out of shit with this son. I try to keep it going.
You talking about sun?
And
you indoors, you talking about sun.
And listen, nobody else is beaming. I'm like directly to this motherfucker. Everybody else is at a distance. I'm like right here.
I'm not sweating too.
I ain't gonna hold you. It is a little.
See, but like he on it, like if this side sweating, I'm not gonna call him out. He called me out and shit. Like damn, fool. Like
I ain't gonna hold you, fool. He know how. You know.
I know. Yeah, but back to the point though. So. Basically, with that shit, I think that's a good point. Motherfucker, a lot of people would teach you certain shit.
Yeah.
And big companies, you just another person, like we stated. So, like, you fail, you fail. If you win, that's good for you.
Yeah.
If you fail, motherfucker, you keep fucking up, we gonna replace you. So, you don't really get that type of feeling there.
Nah. Here, it's just like, because the team's so small, nigga, if you fuck up the whole company. Like, so you can't, I mean, if you mess up, you know, mistakes happen, but your impact's so big,
right?
And they give you ownership of the company too.
Correct.
Big companies, they give you, you know, some ownership, but at a startup, you get a lot of equity. Like you get a big percentage of the company. So
and that's good, because like how you said, if it developed the Uber and you already had that big equity.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be up. That's what we're missing. That's how, like what you said earlier about like Nas and Jay-Z. The only reason one of the reasons they so successful is because they get ownership of these companies that's, you know, going public. And you got a percentage of it, you're gonna be up.
Cause even KD had one. Nah, yeah, just like you said, Nas, Jay-Z, all that shit. So that's definitely a good thing. So like, and they tell us like, so being a dude from the city in DC, we don't have a lot of figures as engineers. We don't have a lot of people that's that. What kind of pursues you to go to that route of becoming an engineer?
Yeah, so actually I'm not an engineer, but I do work in tech.
Got tech, okay, my fault. Yeah.
No, you're good. So what pursued me was like, how I view money is I think money, you could use money as a tool for change. Like once you got bread, you can, put other people on, you can, build certain platforms for people and stuff like that. And so what really drew me was, I'm not gonna cap, it was the money. Because I know what I could do with it. Like one of my big goals is to invest in companies. So the only way you can do that is with money.
Right.
And so with tech, you can have the money, but you also, everything that we do, we're recording on the iPhone right now, we're using the app right now, like everything is involved with tech. So that's what really drew me was just being able to, be in that space and learn about different products and stuff like that.
I got a question. So now that you're in the profession,
Roly.
Roly.
Look, I told myself, I said, I'm gonna catch his ass. He always catch me. Always
He didn't give me that time. He got me. I wasn't prepared.
Y'all gonna have me hit.
Shit, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm here right now. I ain't gonna lie.
You.
No name. My name is
no name.
No name in the shot. We passing the cup. Y'all don't even see the face. Y'all just know it's somebody there. No name.
I don't be against one.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Well, basically, do you need college? Yes or no?
All right, it's not that easy. It depends on what you do. If you a nurse, a doctor, a scientist,
you need that shit.
You need college. But if you could get a skill that people actually need, you don't need college. Like a trade, or if you want to get into tech. I'm not gonna say in tech you don't need a degree, because people still look at degrees as like, all right, they went to school for 4 years. It still got some value.
It shows like some type of discipline that you got. Yeah.
But like I said, if you got the skills, like for engineering specifically, like if you're a coder, if they see that you built some projects,
correct,
you don't need you good, because usually in college you're not really building too many things. It's more like the theory behind the stuff.
Yeah.
So real world stuff, you gotta build projects.
I think that's an important thing that you said. Like you just said, like what I'm saying, like certain jobs you need, right? Because a lot of people always say, "Fuck college, woo woo." But if that person want to be a doctor, ain't fuck college. Go. You need to go. I need to learn everything.
I ain't about to let nobody experiment on my head.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to look on YouTube and think you a doctor. Like bro, man, I forgot what her name was.
Cuz with the little glasses.
Yeah, the motherfucker. He to go for that though. I don't even know how the fuck you open up your own fucking practice.
Without any of that.
But like, no, that's a good thing. Like, cause I feel that same way, right?
Yeah.
If a certain type of career path you want to go to, you definitely need to take your time to understand the fundamentals of it.
For sure.
So you could like, you don't fuck up.
Yeah.
But like engineering, bro, me personally, I don't think you need a degree, right? Yeah. I just think, like how you said, you learn certain skills.
Yeah,
you get certain certifications, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, cause like you're not going everything that you learn in college, especially as an engineer, you're not gonna use all that shit, bro. You're not gonna use every single thing, bro.
But this is why I disagree with y'all.
All right, let's hear it.
No matter if you know the profession you want to get into or not, college is essential for growing as a human.
Okay, I could agree with that.
Not necessarily as far as your profession, but as a human, you're going to grow in them 4 years, because you know what you're doing.
Sure.
All you're doing is developing, because you don't necessarily know the next step.
You don't.
You don't know.
Not all the time.
Yeah, you may have your major, you may have your career interests, but like, unless it's like set in stone, like, oh, I'm going to do this, you're still trying to figure things out. I started out as an accounting major and ended up graduating with a public relations degree. You feel me?
That's
completely different. You feel me?
Yeah.
I went from a fucking square say, hey, I'm here. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Hold on,
I'm
we gonna say counters and squares, bro.
I ain't gonna say counters are squares, but I'm not gonna lie and say counters ain't squares. To me, listen, that's the only reason why I didn't do it.
Shots at the
It's no shade in your profession.
Listen.
There's no wait. Let me
Go
first.
This is how you know you can go ahead.
It's no shade in accounting.
Okay.
All right. Because you're making a career that makes good money, and you helping people. Like you actually are the flow of money. I'm gonna hold you. I went into college, like, I know I was talking about the accounting thing. I was only speaking for me personally. Like, you're not a square for being an accountant, but I felt like a square because I'm a person who, you know, likes to interact with people. Yeah. I didn't like a stationary job where I knew I was doing the same thing every day.
In a cubicle,
You feel me?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying
I
for me personally.
I want to say sometimes.
But that's what you develop in college. Like, if that is for you, you'll know. I guarantee that. You get an internship.
I can oppose it though, right?
Okay, what you mean?
Because like, all right, so literally, right, as an intern, they're treating you the very best because they want you to come back as a full time.
Once you graduate.
So they're never giving you the full experience, but they always giving you the greatest, like the optimistic, positive side. So as you become a full time employee, you see all the negatives. You see all that shit. Like, that shit just hits you. Like, motherfucker, we got you. You done.
Easy.
Especially with all these like companies, they as soon as you out of college, they got you on contracts.
Right.
Especially if you got relocated, whatever the case, they got you on contract where it's like you can't leave or you gonna give us this money back. And sometimes some people be like, you gonna give us that plus etc. You feel me? So like I don't know, but the internships you really can't depend on. I feel like over time you kind of know what your real life like feels.
But that's what happens though through the process. That's what I mean.
You do.
Like through the process, you're able to identify that because it's like if you just have to jump into the work environment. And without any time of getting to know yourself, it's like, damn, it's gonna be a constant battle because you're still trying to find yourself as a person. While also trying to make a living for yourself, you know what I'm saying? And most people do things in the process of, you feel me, the fact that, I have to survive.
Yeah, so you just take whatever.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? You're going to do something more for survival
than what you really actually
Exactly,
want.
for sure.
You know what I mean?
And that's the thing, like, I don't know, I think college definitely is a point when
it just give you time, man. That's
it
all
do give you time. It gives you 4 years to
4 years.
4 years to figure shit out.
Figure something the fuck out.
Nah, so but let's talk about because like at St. John's, how long was you there for?
I was there for maybe 2 semesters, I think. 2 semesters.
So that whole year, like
that's a year.
Like
a year,
yeah. So I mean, so I was there for a year, and I was doing classes. I was doing pretty good, If I wanted to do very good, I could have, but I was just so focused. At that time, I was really into just learning about like cryptocurrency, for example. So that's where all my focus was, just stuff outside of my classes. Like I was taking like theology, philosophy. Some of those classes was cool, it was fun to learn, but I'm not about to use this shit in my career.
Yeah, I'm about to say some of them classes they ain't gonna have any money right now.
They never gonna
a lot of them ain't. Most aren't, if we being honest.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I gotta write these like 10-page essays. I'm like, I'm not trying to do this shit, man.
Hell no.
This shit not fun. Like, this shit not fun, bro.
Having this stress of being up late doing this work.
Stressing.
And then the thing is, you be up late doing the work. It's not even for certain that you gotta get an A or a B for real.
It's up to the teacher, the professor. Yeah.
And my teachers, I ain't gonna hold you. My African teacher, he was an engineer. He was beefing with me from the first day. That's me being a DC. We take that pride, like for sure. Like the nigga told me get out the class. I said, "Sure, this ain't high school. My tuition pay you to be here." So we go back and forth, and the girl just had to whisper in my ear like, he don't know you. Just go before he like learn your name and just like report you. And at that time, as I'm like getting the fuck out the class, I'm just like, I ain't have to do that shit. I could have just walked out. We been good. That's so 3 years this nigga teaching me, he fucked my grades up.
God damn.
He was trying to until I went to the dean. I went to the dean. We had that shit set.
Niggas hold grudges. Like I don't know why people don't think that. Like niggas that hold grudges.
I don't know. New niggas definitely is different. Motherfuckers hold grudges for sure.
Listen, they different.
Different, yeah. I ain't lying.
For sure.
Roll you to that. Go ahead.
Yeah, come on, man. Roll you to that, man. Hey, y'all. Hey.
You trying to get
Hey, listen, y'all. Listen, though. By the time y'all see this episode, I'll be 25, okay? I'll be 25. That's why I'm going up like this. That's why we broke in extra months because B-Day on Saturday. I ain't get to celebrate with all my men. I'm gonna celebrate with our subscribers, man. I'm gonna turn up with y'all. I'm getting hit for y'all, real deal.
Yeah, I can tell you hit right now, but
I'm getting hit for every subscriber, y'all.
Now,
every subscriber.
I'm glad you pointed that out. Listen, we're gonna do a little special little video. You know what I'm saying? Just a recap, trying some new things out, get y'all some more content. You feel me? So. That's gonna be upcoming too. Being a little worse for that. We gonna be that surprise.
One thing I gotta say to my man Wayne though, I gotta say, for any young person right now, because the main thing we try to do is we try to give young niggas an opportunity to see things that they don't have the opportunities to usually see.
Yeah.
So with you being 14, 15, you had the hustler mindset from the beginning.
Yeah.
So that somewhat fueled you. To get to where you need to be.
Yeah.
Where did that stem from at 14 and 15 years old?
Yeah, I think it really just stemmed from one, being broke and just seeing everybody around me just do, illegal shit, and I'm just like, it gotta be a way to get, I be seeing so many people with the legal bread, so I'm just trying to figure out how can I get to that? Because at the end of the day, scammers, robbers, hooders, we all want the same stuff. We want money.
Right.
I ain't gonna hold you. You just when you said that shit, I'm thinking about me during this pandemic, right? That's what made me really alright, fuck being frugal. Let's start investing. I'm young. Let me start investing. Cause I ain't gonna hold you. This whole pandemic, I done seen scammers come up. I done seen all these motherfuckers doing legal. And my dumb ass, well, not dumb ass. I'm scared. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm Nick. You ain't gonna catch me doing no fed charges. Awesome, Now my dumb ass, I be thinking, I be the type of nigga get caught off a quick bang. I try to come up with bang.
I know I can't pull no lick with him. I'm going down.
Hold on.
I know I'm going down. Niggas say, I can't do no scams or nothing.
I ain't gonna say I'm a fool. I ain't never say that. I'm just saying, I ain't trying to get jammed up, so I ain't gonna put myself in that situation. You gotta know yourself. I ain't trying to fed time. Yeah. Go ahead though, but at a young age, you speak that shit early.
Yeah. Is that a federal time?
Is that a federal time scamming? I'm just asking.
I don't know, bro. But I just peeped at an early age that you could just get to it at any age, and I got to it doing stuff that I like. I like sneakers. I just camped out, made a few $100 profit just from selling sneakers, and it's just so many different things. So
that was an era right there, camping out.
That shit was.
We always in that shit. I know we was all in that Facebook marketplace sneaker joint. I was going crazy. Poison Dart Frost, Big Bangs, whatever you need. Come get me. Come fuck with me. I'm talking about getting them.
It was a difference when you realize motherfucker camping on the south side, nigga.
Oh no,
you see, I never did that.
I did not do that.
I never did that shit. That nigga was on the
zone. I was risky.
You might get shot.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, right? I forget which store. I forget where the fuck it was. It was when the Concourse came out.
Party PG.
They got niggas together. That whole night together. Bro, I'm like, damn. But they I remember my mother told me the little junction.
I wouldn't even want to get the Concourse, man.
I wouldn't go get the Concourse.
That was too wild.
Yeah, I was scared as shit.
Legit dying about that shit.
Nah, people was dying about that shit.
Legit. Especially what's that? This was the giant. They had the long ass line down Minnesota. The Galaxy.
Oh, the Galaxy.
You was there?
I'm
about to say my man got robbed.
I actually got one of the red jumps.
Funny. You got the Galaxy?
Well, yeah. So me and my cousin, we was there. He got a size 13 of them bitches, and we basically sold it together and split the profits.
That's smart. You see a hustler, because he knew I couldn't get my size, so fuck it, I know you geeking.
Any size.
Gonna get any size.
I ain't gonna lie to you. The only nigga I seen with them bitches on, it was at a Tech football.
I seen one nigga.
And mind you, Tech ain't that damn good. So, and a lot of people ain't at the game.
Yeah.
And so he okay, I'm good with these bitches. You know? But I didn't see that nigga walk down. I'm just like, damn, that's the guy. I think it was 10th. No, it was 11th grade. At that time, nobody really give a fuck with the guys.
Yeah.
But it was just still damn, that's the only, he's smart, only wearing it when motherfuckers don't give a fuck. Cause during that time,
I said at the time, if he would have won them at the time they came out, You wouldn't have been able to see him.
Oh hell
Hey,
no.
on God.
Well, they got my man talking about some, yeah, fool, like, we got the job in Minnesota, we had the DTLI. He like, I walked down the street.
Nah.
Niggas real like get up on me like,
that's
I said,
Minnesota.
I said, why you walking by yourself?
And around Minnesota.
That's when you fucked up at, cause like me, my sister, she had a license at that time, so she could drive, and she had her car at that time. She had a motherfucking car, keep running. Like at the night, not even running. At night, motherfucking we taking turns in the car, shit, whatever the case is. And then, when we get in the shoes, that car,
That shit ready to go.
That car was
ready to go. You gotta get
yeah. That's when he fucked up.
No parlay, no talking, no nothing.
No, but I figured out, I stopped camping out because my good man, he had made this bot. And he was just like, I'll give it to you for like $20. I bought that shit for $20. I put that shit on eBay. I swear to God, that shit sold up until like last year. I put it on eBay for like what, like I don't know, like $20 or $30 or something. I swear I sold at least 1,000 of them Jones. That shit didn't. I'm not gonna count. That shit didn't work. Like that shit didn't work up until like last year. That shit did not work.
No,
niggas still buying it.
Cause I was saying last
so niggas. Yeah, what I say that's a quick finesse. And you was doing that while you was doing tech.
Yeah, so that's really how I really got into it, by like learning about the bots. But really, it was just like a little file. And then people just download the file and follow the instructions. But I came up, I was in high school, I was up after bots.
Cause I was
up like over
like
10 racks.
In high school, but me, I was
over 10 racks in high school.
Wait, 10 racks?
Over 10 racks in high school just off the bots alone. I just put them on eBay, niggas.
Respect.
Cause they were so cheap. Everybody was selling bots for like 100. I had my joints for like $20, $30. Them niggas was eating the face out.
You thought about this shit early. Like you had your mind
early.
It's 10,000 in high school, and that's all bot.
That's
all
just
bot you got off your mind for 20.
And I think I ain't gonna hold you. I
yeah.
think that's kind of why you dropped out while you was in college, because it's like you made $10,000 in high school.
Yeah.
And
it was over time, but
yeah, you know what I'm saying. I just feel like you had an understanding of life.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like niggas don't see that while they in college. So like you seen that prior to even going to school.
No, facts.
So then it's like, damn, when I get to school, I'm not making as much money.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I doing?
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think it's like you think you're going to go to school, you graduate, you think you're about to come into a nice little, good salary job, but shit, from the friends I talk to, man, they graduated, they down bad right now.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like with college, like, they give you that false hope. Like, oh yeah, you about to get a
Rogies!
Damn, there you go. There you go.
Damn.
Oh, he wildin'.
He trying to get a nigga hit for real, dog.
For real.
Like, Mr. No Name needs one.
He definitely is.
Mr. No Names needs one.
Yeah, he do. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Got some vicious motherfuckers. Oh, is this thing about to pass out?
Come on.
Man, I ain't took this many shots in a minute.
Listen, man, gotta say you will.
Hey.
On the vinyl, don't play that.
Got you. That's my good man.
Hey.
This went to Wisconsin.
Listen.
You was there too.
Pull up.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
We did for the comment.
Right, so listen, since we talking about, you know what I'm saying, the line and shit.
Hey, y'all.
What?
That fucking Hennessy just did it.
That
Yeah.
Hennessy.
You just finished the bottle.
Damn, I didn't even realize.
Damn, yeah, I'm about to say, y'all, we want to let us alcoholics. We got to let us like, okay.
We still
the
cool.
fuck? First of all,
Hey.
you ain't seen no fucking
Hey, he couldn't even get it out.
I don't know, maybe I feel, let me pull a little bit up. I feel like a fish because I don't feel it, bro.
I don't feel it either.
Shit, y'all tripping. I
That's,
feel it.
you feel me? I feel it.
Hey, wait.
It's Hennessy.
I'm there.
I feel it.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
it.
Hennessy. Hennessy, I'm prone to that shit. I'm prone to
I'm
it.
not prone.
Nah, Henny, I'm prone to any alcohol.
I'm grown.
Oh, that shit hit.
Nah, we went to that yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, so talk about like, let's circle back around where, what led you to that, like coming down to the A and stuff, like what moving from DC to the A, that's a big move. What made you do that?
DC
Man.
Cali today.
Man, to be honest, I didn't even get into like everything, but before I moved to Atlanta, I used to live in Utah, Salt Lake City for a year.
The Jazz?
The Jazz.
Let's say Utah. I'm thinking about
The Jazz.
Nobody.
Donovan Mitchell?
I tell me why the hell you went to Utah out of all places.
All right, so after my first
Joe Ingles?
Yes. After my first tech job, which was like more like customer support, I got my first tech sales job, and they basically told me like, if you want to join this company, it's a very popular company in Silicon Valley called Lambda School, and they basically said if you want to work for us, you're gonna have to move to Utah for at least a year. And so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to Utah with it. Move to Utah, man. Utah 99% white. Mostly more.
He said 99. He didn't even say 90. He said
99% white. And, you know, I was just like, all right, that's cool. So I moved to Utah, got a little apartment. Yeah, I had to get up out of there.
Yeah.
I had to get up out of there. And so that's when I moved to Atlanta after like a year. And what really moved me here was, one, I love my people. So I needed to be around my people. You know, it's so many things to do here in Atlanta. So many people in very different industries, but tech is still very popular here. Correct. And it's growing. So, you know, you got tech, you got entertainment, you got pretty much everything in Atlanta. So I moved here, and then also the cost of living is much cheaper than everywhere I pretty much live.
Absolutely.
So it's way more affordable.
I'm jealous as shit because I'm in South Florida, nigga. I don't even want to talk about rent right now because the first about to come up soon. I don't even want to talk about it.
We ain't trying to talk about that.
Talk about it first, bro.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about the first. But yeah, the cost of living, the people, you know, everybody here mad nice. I never experienced Southern hospitality. I'm from DC. So yeah, that's really what drew me here.
Nah, for real. I said that Southern hospitality shit hit different.
It's different, man.
Like, just how, like, we just talked about, like, early, like, you know, when you come down here, you just, anything down south, you're not used to how other people just in your culture or whatever, they just welcome you, you know what I'm saying, open they like, back at home, you know what type time it is, you know what I'm saying, you can't be better than me or I gotta bring you down type shit.
Facts.
Crabs in the barrel shit. But nah, I'm gonna appreciate you for this journey.
I really do, young.
Good
like,
looks, y'all.
You done really gave nothing but all gems this whole
right
time. Because I ain't gonna hold you. One thing we always like to do is you like to acknowledge, like, son, you know, what you doing is not normal. What you doing is not easy.
At all.
But like, we want our, you know, subscribers and our consumers, everybody who watches this and supports us to understand that none of anything you do in life will be easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything you want to do that's, you know, great or requires success requires work as well.
It does.
You feel me?
His image alone, I already put him in the door. All Twitter and the gram, right? He didn't say LinkedIn where everybody act professional. On Twitter and the gram, he already has the content where it's like, he not acting dumb. And that's what I'm just saying. Y'all really want to do something, you don't need to put out that content of you showing a gun, you smoking weed, you doing all that. You trying to network, nigga, look at your shit. I'm not gonna fuck with you because you already set yourself up. I understand yourself as a brand, and that's what he did, get himself out there. He looked at himself as a brand, open doors, bye.
Do the research on the market you try and get in. Because my man understood that I can't be looking like, you feel me, a certain way and try to get in tech. If you want to do certain things, you feel me, that's okay. You know, if you want to still be yourself, but just understand, like, do the background research to understand, like, all right, what is the common person who works this job? What do they look like? How are they presented? How do they appear? You feel me? You don't necessarily have to conform, but you still got to somewhat be in that same realm, because they don't give a fuck about your freedom of expression. That's what people gotta understand. Nobody give a fuck that you want to express yourself. Don't nobody care. Fuck your expression.
No,
you can express yourself freely, but you gotta understand that in certain professions it's not allowed.
Respect.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey.
Last bit.
Listen. Is there any social medias you want to throw out there before, you know what I'm saying, bro?
I said, throw your gram out there, your Twitter out there.
Listen, follow me on the gram, Dewayne Roy, DWAYNEROY. My Twitter, I'm going to let you know right now, my Twitter real professional. I got a lot of, you know, tech people, investors. So I don't really be wilding too much on Twitter. But it's Dewayne Roy. I'm mostly doing the ideas.
And everything gonna be already here. And listen, we appreciate your time, bro. Listen, hope. D Stacks, yo,
Wayne.
we out.